one shy. 3rd and 1 now for the Bulldogs. Pass downfield, caught by number 11, Ralph Norris. Joe Norris is what they're saying. Ball was on the 36-yard line. It's now down at the 2-yard line. So a major completion by the Berwick Bulldogs. Alex Force to Joe Norris. I've got Ralph Norris listed. And up the middle, Evan Klinger for a Berwick touchdown. 6-0. Berwick scores Force. 9-12 left to go in the first quarter. Berwick takes the lead. Catch up on some replays here. Alex Force. That one didn't make it. Jacob Seeley, I think, was the intended target on that. Extra point is up. And it is good. And that is Ken Marshman getting the extra point on that one. Some more catch-up time. 7-0 Berwick. And here's what led to that. From the 36, Alex Force going downfield to Joe Norris. Takes it at about the 15-yard line. Brought down at about the 3. And that set up the touchdown run. By Evan Klinger from 2 yards out. Touchdown Berwick, 7-0. And you are watching Dallas at Berwick football on MetroCast Channel 10.
The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is a regional philanthropic organization with over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund. From those funds, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Recently accredited with the National Standards for U.S. Community Foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever. Why call Century 21? Because professional matters. Professional knows what sells, what doesn't, and why. Professional knows the difference between a floating rate and a floating slab. For a purchase this big, better pick the power of professional. Why call Century 21? Because powerful counts. Powerful means 111,000 associates in 78 countries and one right here in our neck of the woods. Powerful brings insight on zoning, construction, and restrictions. Stuff you need help with. It's the biggest financial investment of your life. Better pick Powerful.
We're back at Crispin Field in Berwick. Berwick has just scored on their opening possession, and now here's Ken Marshman set to kick off to the Dallas Mountaineers, and we will see how they respond. Big foot by Marshman into the end zone, and that will bring the ball to the 20-yard line for Dallas. We'll go back and show you the setup for the Berwick touchdown. Great play by Alex Forrest from the 36-yard line. Coming across the middle, Joe Norris picks it up at about the 18-yard line, scrambles to the 2. And then it was an Evan Klinger 2-yard touchdown run after that. 7-0 Berwick, 9-12 left to go here in the first quarter. Dallas coming into this game again 1-0. They handily beat Coughlin last week by a score of 54-7. We'll see if they can muster up some good offense against this Berwick team. Quarterback keeper. About a 3-yard gain by Michael Starbuck, number 7.
On the quarterback keeper off the right side. Gain of 4, hit hard at the 25-yard line by number 7, Keegan Wilkes for the Bulldogs. 7-6 from the 20.
And again, Michael Starbuck taking the snap, going up the middle, and he is dropped by number 7 there, I think Tegan Wilk of Berwick. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6 now. Starbuck, handoff. And well read and well played. I believe it was number 23, Jimmy LeGrand, first one to him.
short gain of 2 across.
2-yard gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Mountaineers.
Joe North crashing down, assisting on the tackle.
Hand off to David Schuster.
26.
Screen caught, but dropped. Damon Beckhorn on top of that one. Catch is made by number 24, Christian Mortley. But it was back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. That'll bring up a 4th down, and Dallas will have to punt on their first possession. Starbuck, Mortley, and Beckhorn right there to make a stop. Punt is away. Out past midfield. And it takes a Berwick bounce. Goes out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, 47-yard line of Dallas. And that is where the Berwick Bulldogs will take over on downs. Reminder, you can get a copy of this game on DVD. We have them available. They're $25 each. Just go to metrocast.com/channel10PA. That's the easiest way to do it. Type that whole thing in, by the way, metrocast.com/channel10PA. DVD ordering information is on the page, as well as our full schedule of fall sports for you here on Metrocast Channel 10. Berwick Bulldogs coming out 1st and 10 from the Dallas 47-yard line. Berwick scored on their first series. We'll see how they do on this time. Beckhorn in motion. He gets the handoff. Skirts upfield, turns it up. And a nice run. Brought down by number 29, Matt Moransky. Out near first down territory, about a yard shy, but a good run. Forrest takes the snap, hands it off to Damon Beckhorn, who turns the corner. Turns it upfield and makes a long run, but gets a 9-yard gain. Had a flag on the play. 2nd and 2. Head referee.
Equipment infraction penalty against the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty back to the...
It's going to back up the Bulldogs. I believe I heard equipment infraction.
And 7.
Lots of ways you can get backed up, and that's just one of them. So instead of a 2nd and 2, it's now 2nd and 5. Alex Force clapping his hands, takes the snap, goes across the middle, popped up into the air, and nearly picked off as Matt Moransky, number 29, unable to hang on to it as he dove for the ball. That'll stop the clock, bring up a 3rd and 7, so a near misstep by the Bulldogs. Alex Force takes the snap, going across the middle. Trying to get to Jared Watts. Ball gets popped up in the air. Fortunately for Berwick, Dallas was not able to hang on to the ball as it came down. 3rd and 7. Forrest looking, tucks it back in, is going to take off with the ball. Runs into trouble and gets dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Only gets about 3 or 4 yards on that. Stopped at the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it the 41, so that is short of the first down.
We'll bring up a 4th and 3 for Berwick from the Dallas.
Another look at that. Alex Forrest going back, looking downfield to throw. Thinks about it, tucks it back inside, sees a gap, tries to take off. Back to live action on the 4th down play. Evan Klinger out near first down territory. Depends on the spot. They needed to get to the 37-yard line. Head referee's there, and that's a first down. Berwick on a 4th and 4.
Berwick, first down. Evan Klinger, 4-yard play.
Evan Klinger gets the call on 4th and 4 and bursts through the line and falls forward just enough to get the first down. So 1st and 10 for Berwick with 5:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Alex Force is going to keep that one. Looks for a hole, goes through, bursts through, out to the 25-yard line. Enough for another first down. Berwick on the move again here in the first quarter. And showing no signs of slowing down. Off to a great start. Forrest waits for it, looks for that gap, finds it, bursts through. Finally brought down at the 25. Hand off to Klinger. Klinger's going to get a couple of yards before being brought down. They'll spot it at the 22-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7 now for the Berwick Bulldogs as they look over to Coach Sheptock looking for the next call. Evan Klinger getting the handoff. Brought down again by Matt Moransky. 2nd and 7 from the Dallas 22. Forrest taking the snap. Finds Beckhorn. Beckhorn able to get up, I believe, to the 20-yard line. And that should bring up a 3rd and 5.
The tackle by number 2, Chris Murray.
Forrest with time. Beckhorn on the move, makes the catch, but Dallas is right there. In on that was David Schuster, number 13, helping to bring him down. 3rd and 5. Berwick threatening again here in the first quarter. Forrest looking to throw. Can't find anybody. Finally gets rid of it. Tries to get it to Klinger, but the ball falls short. So Forrest wisely gets that near the receiver, but just kind of throws that one away. Another 4th down coming up for the Berwick Bulldogs. The last 4th and 4, they were able to get the first down. As we take another look at Forrest, just kind of tossing that in Klinger's general direction. 4th and 5 now, and Berwick looks as if they're going to go for it. We'll see how the Dallas defense responds. Couple of backs. Evan Klinger and Owen Schumacher in the backfield, but the whistle blows before the play even starts. And looks like it's going to go against Berwick. Illegal procedure. So that'll back him up a little bit.
Ball spotted at the 25. 4th and 10 for Berwick.
5-yard penalty. Forrest back to throw. Looking. Going for it all. Grabbing it. Dropping across. Is it? Touchdown, Berwick. A beautiful grab by Damon Beckhorn at the pylon. Falls across the end zone with the ball for the touchdown, and Berwick is off to a 13-0 lead in the first quarter over the Dallas Mountaineers. A 4th and 10 situation. Alex Forrest, great job by the front line, giving him time, and Damon Beckhorn out there all by himself. Well guarded, grabs it, falls across the pylon. Another 6 for Berwick. Ken Marshman with the after point. It's up. And it is good. It is a 14-0 game. Berwick taking a commanding lead. One more look at that one. Alex Forrest to Damon Beckhorn. 25, about a 24-yard pass and a fall across the end zone to take a 14-0 lead over the Dallas Mountaineers. 3:41 to go in the first quarter. It's Dallas at Berwick football on MetroCast Channel 10.
First Columbia Bank finances families, futures, and, well, fun.
Fun comes in a lot of shapes and forms for different people. Some people need a new house. That's their fun. Some people need a new car. For Knoebels, it was a new steel roller coaster.
First Columbia has flexibility to manage the twists and turns of large projects like Impulse, while always staying true to their hometown way of doing business. This is what community banking is all about. First Columbia Bank.
It's time for the 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through the 30th. Catch performances by Christian hip-hop artist Toby Mac, the famous singer-songwriter Paul Anka, and fresh from their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, it's the band Chicago with special guest JD and the Straight Shot, plus tractor and truck pulls, figure 8 race with rollover, and the championship Demolition Derby. Tickets for the Toyota Grandstand shows on sale now. Go to BloomsburgFair.com or call 570-387-4145.
Welcome back. If you're a Berwick fan, you're liking the way this game has started. The home opener for the Bulldogs. They are out to a 14-0 lead here in the first quarter. Ken Marshman to kick off. And that one's going to go over the head of the return team into the end zone. And the ball will be placed back at the 20-yard line. One more look at that touchdown. Alex Forrest, lots of time. Damon Beckhorn making a dash for the end zone. Ball is up into the air, perfectly placed. Beckhorn turns around, catches it, falls across the end zone, and it is a touchdown after point is good. 14-0 Berwick on top here over the Dallas Mountaineers. 3:41 left to play in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10 for Dallas. And it is Michael Starbuck handing it off. And nothing doing.
Lenny Kelly on the Dallas tackle behind the line of scrimmage. For a 3-yard loss.
Lenny Kelly with the run.
Penetration by number 73, Tom Monaco, and number 50.
Berwick in on that one. Starbuck hands it off to Kelly.
From the Dallas 16.
And we had number 57, Josh Schneider, and number 44, Joseph Lynn, in on that tackle. 2nd and 14. Back to throw a Starbuck looking, going across, makes a completion. Brought down by Beckhorn. Number 81, Jack Farrell, with a nice catch and a completion out near the first down. So instead of a 3rd and long, it's now a 3rd and 1 for the Dallas Mountaineers. Starbuck going back. Looking all the way for Farrell. Makes the completion. Damon Beckhorn back there and brings him down with a yard shy of that first down. So 3rd and 1 for Dallas. Starbuck keeps it, moves forward, gets the first down, and a little bit more, still on his feet. Needed 1, and he got 6. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Dallas settling down, getting to work here. Got to get some points on the board. Starbuck, quarterback keeper. There's the first down. And he keeps churning those legs. Gets some help from his teammate. Finally brought down at the 34-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Dallas. Down 14-0 here in the first quarter. Starbuck takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Screen across the middle. Caught. But caught from behind the line of scrimmage, and Berwick is right there immediately on him. David Schuster making the catch. Ball was at the 34-yard line. And there's a flag down.
Gain of 1.
And an illegal procedure against Dallas, so that'll negate the play. Here's what would have happened. Starbuck getting rid of this one to David Schuster. Evan Klinger right there to stop him shy. But illegal procedure backs him up, so instead of a 1st and 10, it's now 1st and 15 with 1:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Berwick leading 14-0. They march downfield on both of their first possessions in this game. Schuster keeps it, takes off with the ball, moves forward, and hit by Klinger and driven backwards. Got hit at about the 34-yard line, so back to the original line of scrimmage before Evan Klinger backed him up. Michael Starbuck looking, keeps it, finds a gap. Here comes Evan Klinger. Drops his shoulder and drops him backward. Stops that forward progress at the 34-yard line. Clock continuing to run. About a minute left to go here in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Dallas. Starbuck under center. And a little misdirection. He's going to keep it himself, try to work to the outside. Finally lets it go, and that's going to drop short. So incomplete pass. 2 receivers out there. He dropped it between both of them. Clock stops with 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Starbuck here accidentally runs into Lenny Kelly. Turns the corner. Left-handed throw. And again drops it between both receivers. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 with 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Starbuck looking to pass again. Pulls it back in, running into trouble, getting caught from behind, and he's going to get dropped for a loss by the Bulldogs. Looks like Jimmy LeGrand in there. And possibly Eric Montez. Have to go back and look at that. But that is going to let the clock run out, and that should do it for the first quarter. Take another look. Actually, it's number 57 who got there and number 73 for Berwick. Tom Monaco, number 73, getting in on that one. And the first quarter comes to an end with Berwick leading 14-0 over Dallas. We'll be back with more high school football after this on MetroCast Channel 10.
The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is a regional philanthropic organization with over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund. From those funds, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Recently accredited with the National Standards for U.S. Community Foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever. Why call Century 21? Because powerful counts. Powerful means 111,000 associates in 78 countries and one right here in our neck of the woods. Powerful brings insight on zoning, construction, and restrictions. Stuff you need help with. It's the biggest financial investment of your life. Better pick Powerful. Why call Century 21? Because professional matters. Professional knows what sells, what doesn't, and why. Professional knows the difference between a floating rate and a floating slab. For a purchase this big, better pick the power of professional.
Welcome back. And Dallas about to start the second quarter here. We'll zoom in. And they're actually going to kick that away on a 4th and 14. Brought down by Berwick. Across midfield. And brought down at the 44-yard line. So a nice kick return for Berwick.
Berwick will have a 1st and 10 at the Dallas 44.
Good field position for the Bulldogs to start the second quarter. Tegan Wilk is the name I have here. Brought down by number 5, Eric Kreiner. Forced to throw. Trying to get it to Jared Watts out there at about the 30-yard line. A little bit too much power on that one, and it falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the Dallas 44.
Force again. Good long throw. Just a little bit out of reach. 2nd and 10 now, second quarter action. Berwick leading 14-0 in this one. Alex Force at quarterback. Handoff. And nothing doing on that one. Dallas defense steps it up. Owen Schumacher unable to break free. Met by 3 white shirts.
Tackle for a loss by number 33,
Drops him about a yard back.
Loss of 1, 3rd and 11 from the 45.
Schumacher not going anywhere. Host of Mountaineers. 3rd and 11 play now. Force to throw. Thinks better of it. And that one just drops. As Force gets hit, he lets go of it into the area of Owen Schumacher. Just not enough on that particular toss. And it hits the ground before Schumacher can pick it up. That'll bring up a 4th down. Force getting into trouble here. Good idea. Needed another yard to make sure that that one was caught. So that'll be time for a punt now, 4th and 11. First punt of the game for the Berwick Bulldogs. They scored on their first 2 possessions here in the second quarter, going the other direction. They have to punt this one away. Takes a Berwick bounce. And they'll stop that one at the 5-yard line. Then that's where Dallas will have to get to work with 10:52 to go here in the second quarter. We'll let you know that the home games for Berwick, and that includes football and soccer and field hockey at Crispin Field, those games are going to be live on Facebook as they happen. We have a Facebook page. Just go to Metrocast Channel 10-PA, search for it, follow us, and then you'll get a notice when the games are available to watch live, including this one tonight, live on Facebook. Tape delayed on Metrocast Channel 10. From the 5-yard line, Dallas runs the ball. They get about 3 yards on that one. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7. Lenny Kelly on the carry. Dallas back up at their own 5-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Lenny Kelly coming at you. Makes a leap.
From the 8-yard line.
Runs into a wall of blue shirts. Got a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Dallas trying to get out from the hole. Punt by Berwick from about midfield down at the 5. 2nd and 7. Starbuck takes the snap. Back to throw. Got some time. Lets it fly. And that goes nowhere. Intended target was Nate Moransky. Got bumped there, but no flag. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 7. They were both going for the ball. Starbuck rolling out. And Moransky's there. And he wanted a call, but did not get it. That was Ryan Lawball making the stop on that, by the way. Starbuck back to throw on 3rd, makes the completion. And that's going to be close.
Pass is completed downfield to Jack Farrell.
He got it to Jack Farrell.
Out of bounds.
Needed 7 to get the first down.
But he is short by a yard.
And the referee says, nope, didn't make it. That'll bring up a 4th and 1. So you're backed up pretty far. What do you do in this situation? Looks like the punt team is coming on. Starbuck to throw. Makes the completion. And a good job by the Bulldogs to force him out of bounds. Jack Farrell. Punt now for Dallas. Ball is away. And Evan Klinger takes it in at about the 45-yard line and then takes a slide back courtesy of the defense of Dallas, and the ball winds up at the 47-yard line. That's where Berwick will get the ball, 1st and 10. A good punt by Dallas. Evan Klinger right there takes it at the 47-yard line. That's where he is brought down. by number 21, Dylan Schuster. There's a block in the back against Berwick, so that'll back him up a little bit further. So instead of having the ball at the 47-yard line of Dallas, now it's back at the 43-yard line of Berwick. And here comes the offense for the Bulldogs. 14-0 is the score. Berwick getting touchdowns on both of their opening drives. Alex Force waving Beckhorn in motion. And the handoff to Klinger. Going to wind up with 4 or 5 yards on that.
Gain of 3 on the play.
As you heard Gary Kreischer, the field announcer, say, it's a gain of 3.
2nd and 7 from the Berwick 40.
Good fake, but nothing there for him. 2nd and 7 now. Force takes the snap, going to keep it himself, looking for a hole, finds it, gets out past midfield, a little shy of the first down, but dropped at the 49-yard line of Dallas. Still has 2 yards left to go. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for Berwick. Dallas defense settling down here in the second quarter, keeping Berwick out of the end zone. Berwick scored again on both of their opening, on their both drives in the first quarter. And so far in the second, they have been unable to move the ball much. Handoff, looking for 2. And he is dropped down.
Evan Shoemaker on the carry is tackled for a loss on the play.
Owen Shoemaker brought down by Dallas. Shy of the first down. About a yard left to go. Nice defensive effort by the Mountaineers. Big hit. And Berwick is going to have to punt away. So for the second time in the game, Berwick has to punt. 4th and 2. Gets it away. Caught and brought down quickly by number 10, Ryan Lawbaugh. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 28-yard line of Dallas after that Berwick punt.
Tackled immediately by the Berwick outside receivers. Dallas will have a first and
Take another look. Nearly blocked.
from their 28-yard line.
Dallas getting penetration on that. Good catch. A lot of traffic. And then Lawbaugh's right there to say stop where you are. 7:46 to go here in the first half. Dallas with the ball. 14-0 Berwick. Both of those scores coming in the first quarter. Starbuck takes the snap, but the whistle blows.
Flag and whistle on the play.
Referee says illegal procedure against Dallas, so it'll bring up a 1st and 15 now for the Dallas Mountaineers. Dallas defense has apparently figured out a few things here in the second quarter. They've been able to stop Berwick on both of their drives. First and 15. And getting back to the line of scrimmage before being pushed back. Lenny Kelly with the ball.
Behind the line of scrimmage by number 8, Evan Klinger.
Evan Klinger, as you heard, leading the charge offensively and defensively for the Bulldogs. Starbuck handing it off to Kelly. Evan Klinger right there, number 8. Waits for traffic to clear. And then drives him back. So it's 2nd and 15 now. No gain. Michael Starbuck for Dallas takes the ball. Back to throw. Looking. across the middle into traffic. Nearly picked off. And the receiver is down. Alex Parks of Berwick nearly had a hand on that. But the receiver goes down. We'll go back and take another look at that. Michael Starbuck waiting, lets it fly across the middle. And a big hit between those two leaves the receiver on the field. So we've got a timeout in the field for injury. We'll take a break, come back with more high school football. Dallas and Berwick on MetroCast Channel 10.
First Columbia Bank finances families, futures, and, well, fun.
Fun comes in a lot of shapes and forms for different people. Some people need a new house. That's their fun. Some people need a new car. For Knoebels, it was a new steel roller coaster.
First Columbia has flexibility to manage the twists and turns of large projects like Impulse, while always staying true to their hometown way of doing business. This is what community banking is all about. First Columbia Bank.
And good news, the injured player was able to get up and leave the field under his own power. So we are back to action. It's 3rd and 14 for Dallas now here in the second quarter. 6:52 left to play. Play coming in from the sideline. The coaches for these two teams are kind of longtime rivals. Berwick's head coach is Frank Sheptock, and Rich Manello is the head coach at Dallas. Rich Manello used to be the head coach at King's College up in the Wilkes-Barre area, and Frank Sheptock used to be the head coach at Wilkes University, and they have played each other on the gridiron many, many times over the years. So this is kind of a continuation of the rivalry. Frank Sheptock of Berwick down there in the white shirt, walking towards the scoreboard, on-screen scoreboard, putting the headset on. And we're going to get back to action now with 6:52 in the first half. Berwick leading 14-0. Dallas with the ball. It is a 3rd and 14 play. Michael Starbuck in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls out, looks, and tries to get it to number 23, Luke Delgadio. Just a little out of his reach, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Berwick is going to get the ball back, and this will be for the 3rd time here in the second quarter. Berwick, after scoring twice in the first quarter, unable to get anything going here in the second quarter. As we take a look at Starbuck trying to get it to Delgadio. Just a little reach, might have been tipped by Beckhorn. Back to punt. Cross midfield, goes over the head, and they're going to let that roll, and it takes a Dallas hop. Getting out close to the 26-yard line, and that's where they will stop the ball, and Berwick will have to get to work from their own 26-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty, First Columbia Bank and Trust, and, of course, the Bloomsburg Fair. We thank you all for your continued support of sports here on MetroCast Channel 10, and, of course, your support in the communities as well. Berwick 1st and 10 from their 26-yard line. Force fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes the completion out there to Jared Watts. Watts looking for room to run, can't find anything, but still winds out at the 36-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down. Flag on the play. So a nice completion. And it is against Berwick. So instead of a 1st down, that'll back him up. Force to number 13, Jared Watts. Watts looking for some room to run. Gets up to about the 35, takes a hop step up to the 36 before he's finally brought down. They had the ball at the 26. It's now back at the 20-yard line. So I'll bring up a 1st and 16 for Berwick. Alex Force, quarterback. Fakes the handoff, looks to throw, finally does get rid of it, but has to throw it away. Bring up a 2nd and 16 now for the Bulldogs. Alex Force coming in at quarterback. Was not the original starting quarterback this year. It was Jared Marshman, who's been on the field for a couple of years now. He unfortunately was injured in an off-season incident. And so the question was out there whether who was going to be able to take the helm for the Berwick team, and it's Alex Force, who did take the field a little bit last year. He's a junior, 6'2", 161 pounds. And so far this season, he has been leading the team well. A holding call against Berwick. Backs him way up. Ball back at the 9-yard line now. So they're looking at a 1st and 27. After a sharp, quick start in this game in the first quarter, Berwick not able to do much here in the second. And a flag again. And Berwick is heading into foul trouble here in the second quarter. This 3rd series. And a legal procedure against Berwick once more. That's 3 penalties in a row now. That backs him up to the 4-yard line. Still first down, but 1st and 31, a long way to go. Berwick leading 14-0, about 6:19 to go in the half. Finally get the play away. They hand it off. And they get 5 of those yards back on an Evan Klinger carry. Second down. Hand off to Klinger. Finds a little gap. Ball is at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 26 now for Berwick. Snap. Looking to throw. Beckhorn is open. Catches the ball at about the 15-yard line. Ball comes loose. You're going to say it was down. He was down, so he had no fumble. Got 6 yards. The ball is placed at the 26-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down. Second and 20, they're saying. Forrest looking for information from Coach Sheptock. Another quick screen out to Beckhorn. And he's going to get met back at the line of scrimmage, so no real gain on that one. That'll bring up a 3rd and 20 now. Here's the previous play. Force out to Beckhorn. Trying to spread out the field a little bit. Ball came loose at the end of that play, but he was already ruled down. Four and a half to go. 4th and 16. Berwick going to have to punt for the 3rd time in this quarter. Again, they scored on their first 2 possessions in the game, and then here in the second quarter, missed play. And that is going to greatly benefit Dallas. Dallas going to have a great opportunity here. Ball placed at the 17-yard line as they were unable to get that ball away. Previous play, quick screen out to Beckhorn. Met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one. And it was a high snap. High snap. And as he thought about kicking that ball away, Jared Marshman, met with a lot of resistance on that one. And Dallas slips.
Kelly on the handoff in the backfield slips for a 2-yard loss on the play. at the Berwick 20. 2nd and 13 for Dallas.
Take a look at the crowd here tonight. Getting the home opener for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 13 now for Dallas. Good opportunity to get on the board here. A botched punt. And Starbuck goes down. Down at the 20.
Tackle by left defensive end number 23, Jim Legrand.
Got a yard back. Berwick defense stepping up here. Starbuck looking upfield. Met there by number 23, Jimmy Legrand. 3rd and 12 now. Again, Dallas hoping to get on the board here. A botched punt on a 4th down allowed them to get the ball where they are right now. Still got 12 to go for that 1st down. Starbuck looking. And he is going to get dropped from behind again by Legrand. Starbuck being chased by 2 Bulldogs, Jimmy Legrand and I believe number 11, Joe Norris. The snap, Starbuck looking, rolling out to his left. There comes Legrand and Norris. And Legrand brings him down, drops him for a loss. It's 4th and 18. And they're at the Berwick 25-yard line. They're going to go for it here. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Dallas would like to go into the half with some points on the board. Starbuck with the snap. Some time to throw, going for it. And that one is just out of reach of number 29, Matt Moransky. Broken up by Berwick, and Berwick will get the ball back with 1:45 to go in the first half on their own 25-yard line. Again, 4th down play. Starbuck taking the snap. Giving Moransky some time to get downfield. But that play is broken up. Ball falls into the open field, and it's 1st and 10 for Berwick. 1:45 to play in the first half. Berwick leading 14-0. Alex Forrest at quarterback. And the whistle blows. Timeout, Dallas. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Dallas at Berwick High School football on MetroCast Channel 10.
It's time for the 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through the 30th. Enjoy electrifying performances from some of the biggest names in country music. Martina McBride with Jody Messina, Dustin Lynch with William Michael Morgan, and the band Alabama. Plus tractor and truck pulls, figure 8 race with rollover, horse pulling, and the championship demolition derby. Tickets for the Toyota Grandstand shows on sale now. The 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair. For more info, go to bloomsburgfair.com or call 570-387-4145.
Bloomsburg Fair just a couple of weeks away. Everybody looking forward to that one as well. Looking forward to this game tonight. Berwick home game, the home opener, and they're leading 14-0 over Dallas. Head off and brought down is Evan Klinger. Got about 4 yards on that play.
Gain of 4 to the 29-yard line.
Bring up a 2nd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Dallas defense reads that one well.
Klinger on the handoff and carry.
Klinger gets a couple of yards before he gets driven back.
Tackle inside by Michael Anderson for the Mountaineers.
Klinger coming through.
3 from the Berwick 32.
Nothing doing on that one. 3 to go. It's a 3rd and 3. 45 seconds left here in the half. And Force is going to let some of that clock run. Hand off to Klinger, keep it on the ground. Running into some traffic, breaks through. Should be enough for a first down. Force brought down after about a 3-yard gain.
And then Klinger on the carry.
That will be enough for a first down.
Across the 35, and we'll have a Berwick first down.
And so we've got about 28 seconds left here in the half. Klinger on the carry, avoiding the tackles. Finally brought down just outside the first down marker. 20 seconds to go in the half. Final play of the first half. Pass across the middle. It's caught by Jared Watts. Whistle blows. And there's a timeout, so a great completion. Forced to Watts. Timeout on the field. Alex Forrest looking to throw. Lots of time. Jared Watts right there coming across the middle. Reaches up in the air to pull that one down. Gets out to about the 45. Finally brought down at about the 42-yard line. So a great completion by the Berwick Bulldogs. 12.4 seconds showing on the clock here in the first half. And we'll remind you again, if you want a copy of this game on DVD, we make them available. Best way to order them is to go to metrocast.com/channel10PA. Type that whole thing into your browser. At the bottom of the page, you'll find the DVD ordering information, including a little printout that you can mail in with your order form. Final play of the first half, forced to throw, looking downfield. Beckhorn catches it. And he's down. Did he make it in? They're going to say he's a yard shy. A yard shy. Another major completion. 2 in a row by Berwick here at the end of the first half. Another timeout on the field. Alex Force. Again, you see the clock running. Damon Beckhorn coming across the middle. Pulls that one out of the air. Avoids the tackles. Trying to make it into the end zone. Finally brought down at the 1-yard line by number 2, Chris Murray. So a big turn of events. Berwick unable to do anything here in the second quarter after scoring twice in the first. And here at the end of the second, they're putting together a drive, trying to get one more set of points. To go on with a big lead if they can. .04 seconds. Two in motion. And another illegal procedure call. You saw the reaction by Force. Movement on the line. And now instead of 4th and a yard, they're going to have to back him up.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
And now we'll see if they go for the touchdown or if they try for a field goal. Berwick plagued by penalties here in the latter half of this second quarter. And they are going to back it up and go for the field goal. Ken Marshman, good soccer player, also the kicker for this Berwick team. Kick is up. And they say it's good. It went sideways, might have been partially blocked, but still got across. And as time runs out, Berwick is going to head into the halftime with a 17-0 lead.
On a 26-yard field goal.
26-yard, you heard. Ken Marshman with the kick. Got a little deflected, but it just got inside that post. And the clock runs out. And so at halftime, it is Berwick 17, Dallas nothing. We'll have some first half highlights and a look at the 8th and 9th grade futures of both Berwick and Southern Columbia during halftime. Stick around. You're watching football on MetroCast Channel 10.
Spending Saturdays catching up on our shows begins with me and Bert. With MetroCast, our connection's super fast. I can stream movies, TV shows from all the top sites. Buy something cute for Bert, adorable, maybe find a date. And with free Wi-Fi hotspots, I'm online at the dog park too. After all, MetroCast begins with me and Bert. Good boy.
MetroCast, advanced video, internet, and phone.
The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is a regional philanthropic organization with over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund. From those funds, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Recently accredited with the national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever. Why call Century 21? Because professional matters. Professional knows what sells, what doesn't, and why. Professional knows the difference between a floating rate and a floating slab. For a purchase this big, better pick the power of professional. Why call Century 21? Because powerful counts. Powerful means 111,000 associates in 78 countries and one right here in our neck of the woods. Powerful brings insight on zoning, construction, and restrictions. Stuff you need help with. It's the biggest financial investment of your life. Better pick Powerful.
First Columbia Bank.
And welcome back to MetroCast Channel 10 coverage of high school football. We're at halftime, and we'll go back and show you a couple of the first half highlights here. First quarter action. Alex Forrest back to throw. Completion across the middle to number 11, Joe Norris. Gets down to about the 2-yard line. And then it's Evan Klinger getting the call just moments later. He finds a gap right in the middle. Touchdown Berwick. Extra point is good, 7-0. Then after another nice series on their second possession, ball here at the 25-yard line. Alex Forrest looking to throw. He's going to find Damon Beckhorn racing for the end zone. Lets it fly. Beckhorn goes up for it. Comes down at the 1. Falls across the end zone. And it is touchdown number 2 for Berwick. Extra point also good. And then late in the second quarter, after being able to do basically nothing in the second quarter, Berwick puts together a quick drive from their own 36-yard line across the middle to Jared Watts. Cross midfield up to the 45. Finally brought down at the 42-yard line. The next play, Force again back to throw. Looking, lets it fly. Damon Beckhorn going across the middle, pulls this one in, and he is off to the races, trying to make it into the end zone. Finally brought down at about the 1-yard line. A penalty at the goal line forced him back 5 yards, so it's a 1st and 6 with 0.04 seconds on the clock. Berwick decides to go for the field goal. Ken Marshman here for the 3 points. Even though it was partially blocked, it still made it in the inside of the goalposts. And that's where we stand with a score of Berwick leading 17-0 over Dallas. Earlier this week, we had a chance to check out the future of the Berwick Bulldogs by going to the scrimmages between the 8th grade and 9th grade football teams of Berwick and the other big powerhouse football team in this area, Southern Columbia. These two teams do not play each other during the regular season, so it's a nice opportunity to see the futures of both programs, and we're going to take a look at that now.
Channel 10 Sports at the Southern Columbia at Berwick 10-on-10 scrimmages the other night, and so taking a look at the future of 2 of Pennsylvania's legendary football teams, we begin with the 8th grade highlights. Start with a nice defensive play as the Southern Columbia quarterback goes back to throw, but Berwick defense is right on top of it, literally for a sack. Berwick's turn on offense now. Quarterback goes back to throw and makes completion, but a solid hit by Southern on defense forces a fumble. Fortunately, Berwick has another player nearby to pick it up. Next play from the Southern 46-yard line. Berwick takes the snap, sends the running back right up the middle, and he is off to the races. Southern in hot pursuit. Can he make it? Almost. Down at the 4-yard line. Next play, another handoff and an escape, then a straight shot into the end zone, and the Berwick 8th grade team scores first. Going the other way now from their own 34-yard line. Berwick with a handoff and a big gap, and the Dogs will scramble 66 yards for back-to-back touchdowns versus a young 8th grade Southern team. Southern, on the other hand, from their own 32, not able to generate much against a strong Berwick D-line. Showing some signs of life, though, Southern from their own 25, they manage a completion and get back to the original line of scrimmage. And now a shift to the freshman program, 9th graders, where you're going to see a flip-flop in the abilities of both teams. First up, the Berwick defense doing a nice job here keeping the Southern running back from breaking free. But then 2 plays later, a nice fake by the Southern 9th grade quarterback allows the running back to skirt around the outside and scramble 37 yards for a Southern Columbia touchdown. Berwick's turn, and a quarterback keeper sadly amounts to nothing. Trying to get something started, Berwick takes the snap, quick handoff, and a hole up the near side of the field for a nice 20-plus yard gain. The Southern 9th grade team, though, getting the ball back and showing why they will be a team to be reckoned with in the coming years as they run 43 yards for a touchdown. And Southern can do it in the air as well. Here's a nice 30-plus yard strike by the Tigers and a nice open field tackle by the Berwick defense to save the touchdown. The Berwick 9th graders pulling off a nice run here, but one that is well read by the Southern defense. Then from their own 48-yard line, Southern Columbia tosses a short 4-yard pass that, thanks to the efforts of the receiver, turns a short gain into a great big touchdown. All in all, while this was just a real-time practice, you can see where both the 8th and 9th grade teams of both schools have their strengths and weaknesses, and we can't wait to see you all on the varsity teams in the coming years.
And again, that was the 8th grade and 9th grade Berwick and Southern Columbia teams doing the 10-on-10 scrimmages. And both teams look pretty good, and we're looking for some great stuff from them in the future. We're going to come back with the second half kickoff. You're watching Berwick and Dallas football. Berwick leading 17-0. Second half about to begin.
First Columbia Bank finances families, futures, and, well, fun.
Fun comes in a lot of shapes and forms for different people. Some people need a new house. That's their fun. Some people need a new car. For Knoebels, it was a new steel roller coaster.
First Columbia has flexibility to manage the twists and turns of large projects like Impulse, while always staying true to their hometown way of doing business. This is what community banking is all about. First Columbia Bank.
It's time for the 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through the 30th. Catch performances by Christian hip-hop artist Toby Mac, the famous singer-songwriter Paul Anka, and fresh from their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, it's the band Chicago with special guest JD and the Straight Shot, plus tractor and truck pulls, figure 8 race with rollover, and the championship Demolition Derby. Tickets for the Toyota Grandstand shows on sale now. Go to BloomsburgFair.com or call 570-387-4145.
My Wi-Fi begins with me. With MetroCast, I can watch TV even when I'm on safari in my backyard, explore the stars, message my mom for more marshmallows, tell spooky stories with my friend. It was quiet. Too quiet.
That's enough, Charlie. Lights out.
Oh, Mom. When it comes to my world, MetroCast begins with me.
MetroCast, advanced video, internet, and phone.
And welcome back. Second half about to kick off. Dallas at Berwick. Berwick leading 17-0 at the half, and it'll be Dallas's turn to start. Ken Marshman kicking this one off, sending it deep into the end zone, and Berwick, or Dallas, will begin at their own 20-yard line.
Touchback of the evening.
Remind you that these games, the home games of Berwick here at Crispin Field, we have a really good internet connection here because it's MetroCast and we're nearby, so we have a great connection. Because of that, we're able to stream the Berwick home games live on our Facebook page. And you can also see these games on our YouTube channel, MetroCast Channel 10-PA. Go to YouTube, type in MetroCast Channel 10-PA, and you will find some of the games there. Not yet, but they'll beginning to get posted in the coming days. Starbuck back to throw. Just a little out of reach, and the intended receiver there was number 81, Jack Farrell.
Intended for Jack Farrell. Ball incomplete.
So we're underway here in the second half. We'll see how Dallas has adjusted here. Berwick with a basically took over in the first half. Starbuck with a good throw. It's just a little out of reach.
20.
Second and 10. They pitched that one back. And a good run. Getting 6 or 7 yards. Lenny Kelly on the carry.
Surges out over the 25 to the
They're going to put it over at the 26-yard line, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now for the Dallas Mountaineers.
Leading the way, Tom Monaco, number 73. 3rd and 3 from the Dallas 27.
And a good takedown. Jimmy the Grand, number 23, in on that one as well. Starbuck will throw, pulls it back, and he is going to get dropped by LeGrand. And that'll bring up a 4th and 3.
In the pocket as it collapses, and the Bulldogs get a sack and a loss on the play of 2 yards. 4th and 4 for Dallas.
Starbuck looking to throw, finds that gap right there, but then realizes it's going to close up quick. Jimmy LeGrand throws him down, punt. Berwick lets it drop. Oh, it drops into the hands, I believe, of Evan Klinger right there.
Nate Moransky's punt is fielded at midfield by number 7, Tegan Wilk. He's tackled
actually number 7. That's Tegan Wilk. Ball just hit the ground and bounced into his arms, basically, so he had no choice but to take that and run. Good kick. Ball drops at about the 48-yard line. Wilk is right there, takes it at his own 48-yard line, gets close to midfield. There's a look at Frank Sheptock, head coach of the Berwick Bulldogs, second year as head coach here. He's also the athletic director. 1st and 10 for Berwick. And a handoff to Klinger, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one.
Evan Klinger, right side run. Tackled by David Schuster for the Mountaineers. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10, as you heard. Another handoff to Klinger. This time he breaks over the line of scrimmage. Gets 3 or 4 yards on that. We're in the third quarter. Berwick leading 17-0. They're going to spot the ball at the
backfield, takes the handoff. Dylan Schuster on the tackle.
47.5 yard of Dallas.
Check that, 3rd and 7 on the play.
Force looking to throw, going across. Trying to get it to Beckhorn, unable to do so. Previous play, handoff.
Depending on the play is Schuster, pass is incomplete. And the Bulldogs
Klinger
will punt the ball away.
And that last play went nowhere. So Berwick will have to punt this one away.
Alex Cherkowski punting for the Bulldogs, standing at his 40.
Blocked. Dallas picks it up. Still on his feet is number 24, Christian Mortley, making a run for the end zone. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 9-yard line. So great play by Dallas to put themselves in great field position with 9:11 left to go here in the third quarter. Dallas defense all over this one. There's the block. Mortley's going to pick this one up. Take off with the ball. Avoid a few tackles. Finally knocked out of bounds there by number 7, Tegan Wilk, at about the 9-yard line, but there's a penalty on the play as well. So instead of being on the 9-yard line, they're going to spot the ball back where the it was a block in the back. And apparently it happened back at the 36-yard line, so that's where they're going to spot the ball. So Dallas had great field position, only to have that negated by a penalty. First and 10, Starbuck keeps it, moves the ball forward. Ball is still going.
Starbuck on the carry up the middle of the formation. Scrum on the play. And the
Berwick came away with the ball. Thought the play was over, but apparently the ball came out. And Berwick recovered. And from the first play from scrimmage, Dallas unable to hang on to the ball.
Your attention, we have 2 vehicles.
Frank Sheptock there.
They are parked illegally or they will be towed. Listen carefully. The number 1 car, a white Toyota, license plate JKM 394.
Berwick comes away with the ball after stripping it from Starbuck. And they go up the middle. Some shoving going on. Here's the tail end of that last play after the ball came loose. Berwick came away with it. And we have got a 17-0 game, 8:31. Berwick with the ball. 2nd and 3 now for Berwick. Force. Takes the snap, hands it off to Klinger. Gets the first down and some more. Gets pushed down by a Dallas defense. Winds up at the 45-yard line of Berwick. That's enough for a Berwick first down.
Number 66. Gain of 8. Berwick first down.
Previous play, Klinger getting the call. Goes up the middle. Drags a few players with him before finally being brought down for a 7-yard gain. Forrest going to keep that one, and he's not going to go anywhere.
The ball right side. No gain on
a couple players coming in. There's a little warning. A couple players coming in a little bit late on that one. Previous play, Klinger going to the outside, cutting back inside, gets the first down and a little bit more.
2nd and 10 for the Berwick 45.
Second and 10 for Berwick. Hand off to Klinger. Klinger is going to get about 4 yards on that one for being driven back.
Klinger, right side run.
Previous play by Force. Quarterback keeper design. He gets back to the line of scrimmage for being driven back.
Tackle by number 13, David Schuster.
And
Gain of 4. 3rd and 6 from the Berwick 49.
And the next play coming up for Berwick, 3rd and 6. Forced to throw. Lets it go, and in and out of the hands.
Pass left side intended for
Denver Nor.
Complete.
Previous play, here's Klinger going up the middle.
Holds, and it will be 4th and 6 for the Bulldogs.
He's able to get about 4 yards on that one. So 4th and 6 now after that last incompletion. Berwick will have to punt. Forced back to throw. Denver Nor coming across, just a little out of reach for him. And we're going to punt.
Cherkowski to punt for Berwick.
Taken at about the 20. And finally driven down
Moransky
back at the 26-yard line.
The Dallas sideline is swarmed over by the Bulldogs downfield team.
Good punt by Berwick.
Dallas from the right hash mark.
Number 39 there for Berwick. Owen Shoemaker whipping him around for a whole bunch of Bulldogs coming and drive him to the ground. 1st and 10 from the 26. And a handoff.
Handoff to number 42 up the center of the formation, Len Kelly.
Lenny Kelly on the carry, gets out to the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 3 on the way for Dallas. Good run by Kelly. Second and 3. Handoff. 1st down and more. Again by Kelly.
Kelly
gets across the 40 down to about the 43-yard line. So he needed 3, but I got a whole lot more. And Dallas is on the move here in the 3rd quarter.
Gain of 8. 1st down, Dallas at their 43-yard line.
Again, a handoff to Lenny Kelly from Starbuck. Kelly finding a hole right there. Cuts inside. Breaks free of a tackle or two. Coming from behind is Tegan Wilk to pull him down. 1st and 10 for Dallas. From their own 43-yard line, Starbuck pitches this one out to Kelly. And Kelly's not going to even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll drop for a loss. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Right side toss to Kelly.
For the Mountaineers of Dallas. Both of these teams coming in 1-0. Each of them won their their season openers last week. Berwick against Hazleton, and Dallas with a big win over Coughlin. Number 44, Joseph Lynn on that tackle. Starbuck fakes it, throws it downfield. Good defensive play by number 17, Malik McMillan. Tips it out of play. It was bound for Jack Farrell. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Good defense by Berwick. Dallas able to move the ball on their ground. In the air, they haven't been able to do a whole lot. Starbuck lets it fly. And Jack Farrell goes up for it. But so does Malik McMillan. And it falls out of bounds. 3rd and 11 for the Mountaineers of Dallas. 4.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Berwick with the lead. Starbuck again looking to throw. Completion. Cross midfield.
Left side pass is completed to number 13, David Schuster. Brings it across.
A little bit
midfield.
short of the first down. They're going to say the 49-yard line of Berwick, so 2 yards shy.
And 2.
Fourth down coming up.
Punt team comes onto the field.
And Dallas will have to punt this one away. Starbuck screening this one out to David Schuster.
Nate Moransky.
Makes the catch wide open out there, by the way.
38.
Finally brought down by Tegan Wilk, the first to hit him. Punt for Dallas. Wilk picks the ball up back at the 10-yard line. Gets back up to about the 21 before he is brought down. And that is where Berwick will take over after the punt with 3:40 left to play here in the third quarter with a lead of 17 to 0. You heard a penalty flag on the field. Referees conferring on this one. Waiting for the call. Long conference. Making sure they sort everything out. Gentleman in the white cap is the head referee. He makes the official announcements. And here is the penalty. Personal foul against Berwick. And personal foul against Dallas. That's offsetting penalties. And so the ball will stay at the 21-yard line. Berwick will have a 1st and 10 from there. Here's the punt return by Tegan Wilk.
From their 21-yard line, 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Look at the folks over at one of the many concession stands here at the Crispin Field. Some good food, a lot of smoke rising out of that. Good burgers and things. A lot of other stands as well here. Come see a football game, folks. You'll enjoy yourselves. Handoff. And about a 2-yard gain. Referees letting the play continue. Even after the forward progress has stopped.
The first down carry. Pick up of 1, 2nd and 9.
Forrest hands it off to Owen Shoemaker. Drops his shoulders. Winds up with a 1-yard gain. Play coming in from the sideline. Berwick gets to work. Alex Forrest at quarterback. 2:50 to play here in the third quarter. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw across the middle. And Jared Watts is there. Makes the catch. A sliding catch. Had to come back for it. Does so at the 35-yard line. Gets up with a hop. Staying in the game, though.
13, 1st and 10, Berwick.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff to Shoemaker out to the 40. Saw a flag fly in there at the end. This might come back. Previous play, Alex Force looking for Jared Watts. And he comes back for it, makes that at the 35-yard line. Hold against Berwick. That'll back him up. So the play would have been from the 35-yard line. Owen Shoemaker bursting through, getting out to the 5, 6. About a 7-yard gain negated on that one. So instead of a 1st and 10, it's now a 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs. Hand off to Damon Beckhorn. Beckhorn in the backfield. He's in trouble. Turns it back around the other way. Trying to look for some room to run. Not getting anywhere. Still backing up. Trying to avoid the defense. He gets run out of bounds finally at the 15-yard line, so they were already looking at a 1st and 20 with a ball at the 25. Another flag as well. .2:13 to go here in the third quarter. Berwick getting backed up by penalties and a broken play on that last attempt. I'm going to say that Beckhorn went out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. That's a hold against Berwick.
Holding against Berwick on the play, way behind the line of scrimmage.
So they were facing a 1st and 20. They ran the play.
Big loss on the play.
But that backs them up.
From the 8-yard line.
The 8-yard line.
1st and a long way. 1st and 27. 37.
Handoff. Owen Shoemaker. Going to get brought down. No gain on that play. Here's the previous play. David Beckhorn with a handoff. Nothing doing on the far side of the field. Running into traffic, looking around, trying to find an opening to get upfield. Unable to do so. Running into some Dallas players on the near side of the field. By then they've all caught up to him, and he is pushed out of bounds. And a holding call on top of all that. It's a 2nd and 37 for the Berwick Bulldogs. Forced back to throw. And tries to screen it to Shoemaker. Falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 37.
Inside screen to Owen Shoemaker.
Berwick cheerleaders here tonight.
On the play. Stopping the clock with a
keeping the Bulldog fans involved in the game.
3rd and
not that they need that much help.
From their 8.
Berwick support pretty famous in these parts. Third and 37. Let's see what Berwick dials up here to see if they can get back here in the third quarter. Going across the middle, and it's caught out to about the 24-yard line by number 12, Justin Robbins.
To number 12, Justin Robbins.
But that's going to bring up a 4th down, not nearly enough.
Picks up 16 yards, but we bring up a 4th and 21.
For a 1st down. Forrest looking across. Justin Robbins open, takes it at the 20, manages to get another 4 yards out of that one. So the ball is at the 24-yard line. They still got 21 to go for a 1st down. They're way back there. And Berwick will punt this one away. Sharkuski boots it over midfield, and it is touched by Lenny Kelly. He falls on it back at the 35-yard line, so a good punt with about 30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
At his 36-yard line. 30 seconds remaining, third quarter. Dallas will have a 1st and 10 from their 36-yard line.
Again, Sharkuski, Alex Sharkuski back to punt. Good deep one. Lenny Kelly back there for Dallas. Touches it, tries to pull it in, can't do it, and falls on it back at the 36-yard line. So the Mountaineers will have it. 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fake the handoff. Michael Starbuck to throw. Nearly picked off by Tegan Wilk.
Over the middle.
Popped up in the air long enough for one of the Dallas players to nearly go over there and pick that one off and actually grab it out of the air.
2nd and 10 for Dallas.
2nd and 10, as you heard. Starbuck faking it. Tipped up into the air. And nearly coming away with that was Matt Moransky. Receiver tipped off his hands into the hands of Berwick, off their hands and nearly into Moransky's hands, and that one is incomplete. The throw to David Schuster is dropped. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. So Dallas unable to really get much going here this evening. They were making headway a few times in the second quarter, just have not been able to keep it going here in the third. And they're down 17-0. As we watch that pass to David Schuster drop. 19.5 to go here in the third quarter. 3rd and 10 for the Dallas Mountaineers. Berwick leading 17-0 in this one. Michael Starbuck again to throw. Stumbles, lets it fly. Makes the completion out over midfield to number 23, Luke Delgadio. Big play when they needed it.
Pass is completed on an excellent reception downfield.
Ball was on the 42.
To Delgadio. Luke Delgadio, number 23, with a great catch. First down for Dallas at the Berwick 42.
Getting their back at their 36-yard line. A 3rd and 10. Little stumble by Starbuck. Delgadio out there being guarded by Malik McMillan, but he pulls the ball in. 1st and 10. And a handoff to Kelly. Kelly gets out past the 40. Gets maybe 2 or 3 yards on that one.
By the Bulldog defense,
and that will run off the clock here in the third quarter.
Will come to a close.
But a big play by Dallas.
17, Dallas nothing.
Previous play.
Final time tonight, fans. Support Bear Chrysler Dodge.
That is Lenny Kelly working a ball upfield, avoiding a tackle, and then Evan Klinger and company right there dropping him down. But it is third quarter coming up, or fourth quarter coming up. Berwick leading 17-0. The ball is on the Berwick 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Dallas when we come back.
The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is a regional philanthropic organization with over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund. From those funds, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Recently accredited with the National Standards for U.S. Community Foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever. Why call Century 21? Because powerful counts. Powerful means 111,000 associates in 78 countries and one right here in our neck of the woods. Powerful brings insight on zoning, construction, and restrictions. Stuff you need help with. It's the biggest financial investment of your life. Better pick Powerful. Why call Century 21? Because professional matters. Professional knows what sells, what doesn't, and why. Professional knows the difference between a floating rate and a floating slab. For a purchase this big, better pick the power of professional.
And we're back. Fourth quarter about to begin. Dallas at the 40-yard line of Berwick. Looking to get on the board here. Had a big completion at the end of the third quarter. Starbuck again throwing. Play broken up by number 40, Noah Craig. Intended for Luke Delgadio. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Another penalty on the field. See who this one goes against. And it's a sideline infraction against Berwick.
Was a sideline warning. It was their second warning.
So apparently that's the second time Berwick has been warned about keeping the players and personnel back off the field, and that will be enough for a Dallas first down. So a sideline infraction keeps Dallas moving forward as we look at the previous play. Starbuck to Delgadio. Again, broken up there by Noah Craig. 1st and 10 now. Fourth quarter action. Handoff to Kelly. Goes up the middle.
Lenny Kelly
Craig brings him
on
down
the
as well.
left side. Picks up significant yardage. Tackle on the play.
Got about 6 yards on that. Ball is at the 19-yard line of Berwick, and Dallas threatening here in the fourth quarter.
Second and 3.
Starbuck in the handoff to Lenny Kelly.
At the Berwick 19.
Kelly finds a gap, breaks 3, and again brought down there by Noah Craig. 2nd and 3. Starbuck takes the snap. Back to throw, being chased. Gets a throw away. Breaking free and falling forward. Might have been just enough for a first down. Ball is spotted at the 15-yard line.
Pass is completed to number 13, David.
And it is a first down. And the Dallas Mountaineers getting busy here in the fourth quarter. Starbuck again. Rolls out, being chased by Joe Norris. Makes the completion to David Schuster. Finally knocked out of bounds. At the 15, it is 1st and 10 with 11 minutes to go here in the game. Dallas trying to get going, get back into this. Hand off to Kelly. Kelly goes up the middle. Gets up to about the 5-yard line. Hand came down earlier than that.
The 10-yard line.
It looks like they're going to mark it at the 5, and that should be a 1st and goal for the Dallas Mountaineers here in the fourth quarter.
Picks up a Dallas first down.
It is a first down, as you heard. 1st and goal. Lenny Kelly with a good run. Big hole. Goes right up the middle. Finally grabbed on by Evan Klinger. 5-yard line is where they are. 10:40 to play in the game. Dallas trying to get on board. Michael Starbuck at the quarterback. Hands it up to Lenny Kelly. Kelly moving forward. And Evan Klinger grabs him by the leg and
Kelly, left side run is
puts him down after about a 2-yard gain.
Tackled.
So it's a 2nd and goal on the 3.
Gain of 1, tackled at the 4. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Good run by Lenny Kelly. Evan Klinger right there going low, putting a stop to all that. 10 to play in the game. Dallas with the ball on the Berwick 4-yard line. Starbuck back to throw. And in and out of the hands and off the helmet of Delgadio. And that was a touchdown all the way. Delgadio.
Intended for Gaudio is too long, incomplete.
A tall receiver. Good target for Starbuck.
3rd and goal. 3rd and 4 for the Mountaineers.
3rd goal from the 4-yard line coming up. Starbuck. And you're going to see us go through the hands of Delgadio and off his helmet and out of play, and he can't believe that he dropped that one.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout called. That'll give us a chance to take a little break. Hear a word from one of our sponsors. It's 3rd and goal for Dallas, and they need some time to figure out how to get on the board here. It's Berwick hosting Dallas on MetroCast Channel 10.
First Columbia Bank finances families, futures, and, well, fun.
Fun comes in a lot of shapes and forms for different people. Some people need a new house. That's their fun. Some people need a new car. For Knoebels, it was a new steel roller coaster.
First Columbia has flexibility to manage the twists and turns of large projects like Impulse, while always staying true to their hometown way of doing business. This is what community banking is all about. First Columbia Bank.
Welcome back. Dallas at Berwick. Dallas threatening. It's 3rd and goal here in the fourth quarter.
4 for the Mountaineers.
And Dallas called a timeout there. Wanted to try and figure out how to get this ball across the end zone. And let's see what they dialed up. Michael Starbuck keeps the ball himself, looks for a gap, and can't get there. The Berwick defense holds on 3rd and goal. Starbuck gets 2 more yards.
Down to about the 2-yard line. Tackled inside by Lynn. and J.J. Snyder. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Fourth down play coming up. It's kind of do or die time for Dallas. They definitely have to get some points on the board here. As we look at Starbuck's attempt, quarterback keeper brought down at the 2-yard line. And the whistle blows, and now Berwick wants a timeout. Going to make the Dallas Mountaineers think about it a little bit. When we come back, it'll be 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Dallas with the ball.
It's time for the 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through the 30th. Enjoy electrifying performances from some of the biggest names in country music. Martina McBride with Jody Messina, Dustin Lynch with William Michael Morgan, and the band Alabama. Plus tractor and truck pulls, figure 8 race with rollover, horse pulling, and the championship demolition derby. Tickets for the Toyota Grandstand shows on sale now. The 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair. For more info, go to bloomsburgfair.com or call 570-387-4145.
Here we go. 4th and goal for Dallas. 9:07 left in the game. Dallas needs points. They have not been able to get on the board yet in this game. Starbuck at quarterback. Takes the snap and a handoff to Kelly. Kelly goes across. And the referees say touchdown. Berwick said no, but the referee said yes. We'll take another look at that in a moment, but as it stands, it is now 17-6. Berwick with the lead. Dallas scores.
Point after attempt by number 3, Nate Moransky.
Nate Moransky will do the after point attempt. Kick is away, and it is right down the middle, and it is now 17-7. Berwick with a lead. Here's the touchdown play. Kelly with the ball. And they say he reached out with the ball and got across. And you saw Tegan Wilk, number 7 there, say no, 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 but the referees see it the other way. We'll come back with the ensuing kickoff after this. You're watching high school football on MetroCast Channel 10.
Spending Saturdays catching up on our shows begins with me and Bert. With MetroCast, our connection's super fast. I can stream movies, TV shows from all the top sites. Buy something cute for Bert, adorable, maybe find a date. And with free Wi-Fi hotspots, I'm online at the dog park too. After all, MetroCast begins with me and Bert. Good boy.
MetroCast, advanced video, internet, and phone.
The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is a regional philanthropic organization with over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund. From those funds, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Recently accredited with the National Standards for U.S. Community Foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever.
All right, we are back. Take another look at that last touchdown. There's some disagreement whether that was a touchdown or not. We'll slow way down for you. Mr. Kelly driving through. Right at the end, they say the ball crossed before his knee touched. Dallas on board. Back to action, and this again is Tegan Wilk with the ball. Flag coming up right there. You saw that one. He's out past the 35, still on his feet. Still going, getting out towards midfield. But the way that flag came up, it's most likely going to come back.
At the 5, bringing it out close to midfield, but penalty flags on the play.
Referee.
We have a holding call back around the 20-yard line.
So a holding call against Berwick. So instead of having the ball close to midfield, Berwick will have it back somewhere on the 20-yard line. Here is the run back. Tegan Wilk Might have been right there. Wilk able to cut through, avoid tackles. Saw the flag come up. So a great run back by Berwick. Will go for naught as a holding penalty. Way back at the 20-yard line, backs them up to their 10. 1st and 10 for Berwick. Forrest with the handoff. And still going. With a nice run from scrimmage is Owen Shoemaker. Out close to the 40. No flags on that one.
Breaking out of the pack. With a nice gain out to the 34-yard
Forrest with a handoff. Shoemaker sees nothing going there and finally waits for all the traffic to clear and then takes off towards the near side of the field. Gets across the 20, the 30, and out of bounds at the 34. So 1st and 10 for Berwick, 8:40 to play in the game. Berwick up by 10. Shoemaker again gets the call. This time, Dallas is all over that one. Saw the number David Schuster, number 13, in on that one.
Schuster on the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Second and 11 now for Berwick. Fake the handoff. Forrest passes out to Beckhorn. And again, Dallas all over that one. Number 2, Chris Murray, reading that one very well. So a couple of good defensive plays by Dallas. Here's the previous one. And that is number 13, David Schuster, getting in on that one.
13 from the Berwick 31.
3rd and 13. Alex Forrest quarterbacking for the Bulldogs. Throws it across midfield, and intended target there is Jared Watts, broken up by number 42, Lenny Kelly. That'll bring up a 4th down for Berwick. Here's the previous play. Pass by Forrest, trying to get out to Beckhorn, but Chris Murray all over that one.
Stops the clock, 7:35 to go. 4th and 13 for Berwick.
Fourth and 13. Berwick back to punt. Kick is nearly blocked again. Dallas getting some good penetration on these kicks. That one's going to go out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and that is where Dallas will get the ball back with 7:27 to play in the game, trying to get back into this game, only down by 10. You can watch these games on our YouTube channel, Metrocast Channel 10-PA. Go to YouTube, type in Metrocast Channel 10-PA in the search window. You will find our page. There's lots of videos there, lots of our shows. And this year we're going to archive our games on our YouTube channel. And that's where you'll be able to watch them for about 30 days or so, and then they'll disappear. And then we'll ask you if you want to buy a DVD. We'll show you that in a moment. Dallas with the ball. Michael Starbuck at quarterback. Looking to throw. Spins a screen. Completed out to about the 40-yard line. Matt Moransky pulling that one in. Short gain.
Short left side pass completed. Knocked out of bounds by the Bulldog defense.
Starbuck here with time. Left-handed throw. Moransky pulls that one in.
The Dallas 41.
And Evan Klinger on the tackle. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 now for Dallas. Starbuck to throw. And a collision, but I believe an interception.
Pass over the middle, waiting for the call.
Alex Parks out there, I believe, number 19. Referees conferring as whether that was a catch.
The pass was intercepted by Wilkes as he maintained possession.
And intercepted by Berwick.
By the ground. Berwick maintains possession. Turnover for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 at midfield.
Starbuck again with time to throw. Tries to thread this one in. But it is picked off by Tegan Wilk, who has been all over the field defensively tonight. Cheerleaders celebrating with a victory stance. Berwick gets another opportunity. Good play by the defense to get the ball back, and they are at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for Berwick. 7:14 left to play in this game. And a handoff to Klinger. Klinger finds a big hole. Gets about a 9-yard gain. Brought down there by number 42, Lenny Kelly.
9-yard gain on the play. Second and 1 from the Dallas 41.
Good run by Evan Klinger. Past the 45. Brought down there at the 41-yard line. Chris Murray in on that tackle as well. Another handoff. Shoemaker stays on his feet. Looking for room to run. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and pushes forward for enough for a first down.
On second, third effort, picks up the key.
But Owen Shoemaker tried to break through. Didn't get the gap, bounced off and turned it around to the far side of the field. Went around the corner, turned a loss into a first down. So good running effort by the Berwick Bulldogs. Shoemaker here finds some trouble. Gets spun around, goes back outside. Live action again. Force looking to throw, has some trouble. Gonna finally get away with it. And it's caught by number 16, Denver Knorr, over on the sideline.
Completed to Denver Knorr.
So Alex Forrest in trouble in the backfield, maintains his composure.
Knocked out of bounds.
And turns a potential loss into a gain. Right there, fooled us. We thought he threw the ball. Finally works his way to the near side of the field. Denver Knorr open on the sideline, goes up for it, and comes down at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs threatening again late here in the game with 6 minutes to go. Alex Force. And he hops up and down because they're going to get called for illegal procedure again.
Five-yard penalty.
That'll back him up. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be a 1st and 15 from the Dallas 34-yard line. DVD information, go to metrocast.com/channel10PA. All the information at the bottom of the page. You'll also find our complete sports schedule for 2017 here for the fall season. Owen Shoemaker with a carry going up the middle. He's still on his feet. Getting a lot of yardage. They were on the 34.
Inside the 25.
Gets to about the 22-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 for Berwick. So a great big run by Shoemaker. Dragging a lot of Dallas shirts with him in the process. Keeps those legs churning. Live action. Shoemaker again gets the call. He's over for a first down and more. On his feet still. Out to about the 12-yard line.
Shoemaker has the Berwick first down with the left side carry.
No flags.
Tackle by number 42, Lenny Kelly.
Again, Shoemaker, 2 in a row for him. Big hole.
At the Dallas 13.
And needed 3, got a lot more. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of Dallas. Alex Force hands it off to Shoemaker, stays on his feet, turns the corner. 3 big running plays in a row for Owen Shoemaker.
Pops it outside and knocked out of bounds by
gets inside the 10-yard line.
at the 9-yard line. Gain of 4.
Shoemaker again.
6 from the 9.
Right there, nearly brought down,
With 4
stays on his feet,
54 seconds remaining,
and
fourth
gets
quarter.
across the 10 before being knocked out of bounds at the 9. 2nd and 6 for Berwick, threatening with 4:54 to go here in the game. Berwick with a 10-point lead. Again, Shoemaker. This time he's got nowhere to go, and he is driven back by 5 or 6 Mountaineers.
Shoemaker, center formation run. Met at the line of scrimmage. Tackled at the 9 for no gain. 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for Berwick. Clock is continuing on. You can see Alex Forrest watching in the sidelines at Coach Shep talk. And they're going to let the play clock wind down and call a timeout with 4:08 left to play here in the game. Berwick leading 17-7 over Dallas. 3rd and 6 when we come back. Berwick threatening.
Why call Century 21? Because Professional matters. Professional knows what sells, what doesn't, and why. Professional knows the difference between a floating rate and a floating slab. For a purchase this big, better pick the power of Professional. Why call Century 21? Because powerful counts. Powerful means 111,000 associates in 78 countries and one right here in our neck of the woods. Powerful brings insight on zoning, construction, and restrictions. Stuff you need help with. It's the biggest financial investment of your life. Better pick Powerful.
There's a look at the Berwick JC building, now also known as Jingle Hall, and the alumni. You can see Welcome Alumni there. It's a big place for the Berwick fans to hang out prior to the start of the games, tailgating, if you will. And that is right adjacent to Crispin Field, and actually just up the street from the MetroCast offices here in Berwick. 3rd and 6 for Berwick. 4th quarter action, 4:08 left to play. Forrest takes the snap, a handoff to Shoemaker, working his way forward, staying on his feet, gets the 5. Don't believe that was enough for a first down, but a good second effort by Owen Shoemaker. Another look.
Ball spotted at the 5.
Shoemaker looking, nothing there. That was the previous play.
4th and goal.
4th and goal for Berwick. They're going to go for it here.
And 2 from the 5.
On the 5-yard line. On a handoff again to Shoemaker. Shoemaker stays on his feet. He needed 2 for a first down.
Close, near to the first down.
Referee's looking. First down, Berwick. 3:20 left to go.
First and goal, Bulldogs from the 2.
Look at the previous play. Here's Owen Shoemaker making his way to the 5-yard line. Shoemaker looking, driving, and across. Berwick scores. 23-7 right now. Berwick getting a late game score.
Right side 2-yard run.
The setup.
Makes the score
Owen Shoemaker here becoming the workhorse late in the game, needing to get to the 3-yard line, the 2-yard line for a first down, and he makes it. So a fresh set of downs, 1st and goal for Berwick. Ken Marshman here to take the extra point kick. And that one is blocked. No good. The touchdown for Berwick. Owen Klinger from the 2-yard line, working his way through, threading it, and then leaning across the goal line. It is now Berwick 23, Dallas 7 with 3:04 left in the game.
First Columbia Bank finances families, futures, and, well, fun.
Fun comes in a lot of shapes and forms for different people. Some people need a new house. That's their fun. Some people need a new car. For Knoebels, it was a new steel roller coaster.
First Columbia has flexibility to manage the twists and turns of large projects like Impulse, while always staying true to their hometown way of doing business. This is what community banking is all about. First Columbia Bank.
We are back. Crispin Field in Berwick, and the Bulldogs have taken a commanding 23-7 lead, scoring again here late in the fourth quarter. Ken Marshman with the kickoff. Takes a bounce. Out of bounds at the 9-yard line, and so that will mean the ball will get placed at the 35-yard line for Dallas. And here is a look at the touchdown by Berwick. Owen Shoemaker staying on his feet and leaning across the end zone for the next 6. Extra point was no good, blocked.
Dallas will.
And the score is now 23-7. Dallas able to score here in the fourth quarter, but Berwick with that long drive ate up a lot of clock. There's a look at the head coach, Rich Manello of Dallas. Good friend of Coach Shep Tucker Berwick and longtime rival as well. Starbuck on a keeper. Going to get 4 or 5 yards on that one, out close to the 40.
Starbuck, the quarterback.
Clock will continue to run.
Run up the center of the formation. Noah Craig, Joe Lynn there to meet him. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
No huddle for Dallas. Starbuck again pulls that one back in, running into some trouble. Trying to get free, and he turns a potential loss.
Second, third effort, close to a first down.
Out near the first down area. Previous play for Dallas.
Tackle from behind by
Michael Starbuck again.
Eric Montas.
He's going to get about 4 yards.
Also assisting. 3rd and 1 from the 43.
Third and 2. Starbuck, he'll keep it. Met at the line of scrimmage, but that should be enough for a first down. Previous play on a 2nd down and 6, Starbuck back to throw. Not able to find anybody, finds a little bit of a gap, pulls the ball in, and then tries to throw it again. Can't do it, regroups, stays on his feet, bounces off one of his whole players, avoids a couple of tackles, and then falls forward. 1st and 10 now for Dallas. 1:49 to play, and Starbuck has to fall on that one as it's a bad snap.
Quarterback recovers at his 38-yard line.
Previous play for Dallas. Starbuck again going for the first down. Needed to get over that line right there, and Klinger tries to stop him, but he still falls forward. 2nd and 17.
2nd and 17 from the 39.
Penalty draws him back, Dallas. Starbuck looking to throw, being chased. Going to let it fly. Nearly picked off again by Tegan Wilk, who has been everywhere he needs to be on defense tonight for Berwick.
Tipped by Berwick's number 7, Tegan Wilk. Ball falls incomplete.
Intercepted Starbuck last time he tried to throw the ball. Starbuck again running into trouble here.
3rd and 17.
Being chased by Jimmy LeGrand, number 23, lets it fly. And you saw number 7, Tegan Wilk, go up and stop that ball from being caught. 1:15 left to play in the game. And unless something amazing happens, Berwick is on their way to their 2nd win of the season. Starbuck to throw. And that one's kind of tipped and drops. It'll bring up a 4th and 17. Stops the clock with 1:11 to play. Remind you, if you want to copy this game on DVD, they're $25 each. To order, go to metrocast.com/channel10PA. If you need to, you can email us as well, and I can get you the information. But there's an order form on our webpage at metrocast.com/channel10PA. order that DVD and we'll get that out to you ASAP. 1:11 showing on the clock. 4th down for Dallas. Berwick leading 23-7. Starbuck takes the snap, looking to throw. And he's going to get brought down. J.J. Snyder.
In the backfield, Tom Monaco and Joshua Snyder, number 57.
Tom Monaco in that as well.
For the Bulldogs.
And Berwick will take over with 1:06 left in the game, and they will just run out the clock here and get their second win of the season. Number 57 there, J.J. Snyder coming in. And he takes Starbuck down on a 4th and 17, so Berwick gets the ball on the Dallas 35-yard line. 1:06 left to play. Alex Forrest will most likely just take a knee. We'll have to do this 2 more times, or once more after this, and then that should be the end of the game. Takes a knee. Let the clock run. So Berwick, Frank Sheptock relaxing, takes the hat off, claps his hands a little bit, realizing he's got his second win of the season against a very good Dallas club. Just ran into some trouble this evening. Dallas last week crushed Coughlin 54-7. And Berwick, from all accounts, struggled a little bit against Hazleton. Still managed to win 24-10 last week. Both of these teams coming into the game 1-0. And Forrest takes another knee. And that, for all intents and purposes, should be the end of the game. And that will do it. Berwick comes away with their second win of the season. The score, 23-7. Berwick victorious this evening in their home opener. We'll come back with a few final thoughts as Coach Sheptock and Manello shake hands, say hello to each other, longtime friends and rivals. We're going to take a little break, come back with the second half highlights and a few final thoughts. You're watching high school football on MetroCast Channel 10.
It's time for the 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through the 30th. Catch performances by Christian hip-hop artist Toby Mac, the famous singer-songwriter Paul Anka, and fresh from their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, it's the band Chicago with special guest JD and the Straight Shot, plus tractor and truck pulls, figure 8 race with rollover, and the championship Demolition Derby. Tickets for the Toyota Grandstand shows on sale now. Go to BloomsburgFair.com or call 570-387-4145.
My Wi-Fi begins with me. With MetroCast, I can watch TV even when I'm on safari in my backyard. Explore the stars, message my mom for more marshmallows, tell spooky stories with my friend. It was quiet, too quiet.
That's enough, Charlie. Lights out.
Oh, Mom. When it comes to my world, MetroCast begins with me.
MetroCast, advanced video, internet, and phone.
All right, it's a final. Berwick wins this one 23-7 over the Dallas Mountaineers. So we'll go back to show the highlights. The first quarter, this is Berwick in their first touchdown. Evan Klinger running across for 6. Berwick with a nice play here. Alex Forrest at quarterback. He's going to get this one out to Damon Beckhorn from their own 25-yard line. Beckhorn will pull this one in and fall across the end zone, and that was the second score of the game for Berwick. Berwick at the end of the first half had a couple of big plays leading up to another score. Alex Forrest right here from the Dallas 36-yard line. Jared Watts going across the middle, goes up for it, comes down with it, and he will wind up down around the 42-yard line. And then another big play from the 39-yard line. It's Forrest to Damon Beckhorn again, pulls that one in, goes up for it, comes down, and he will run all the way down to the 1-yard line. nearly going all the way on that one. But a penalty at the goal line pushed Berwick back with 0.04 seconds on the clock, so they settled for a Ken Marshman field goal. Kick is up. Blocked a little bit, but stayed inside the goal post. 3 more points. So at that point, it was 17-0. Some defense by Dallas. Dallas doing a nice job on special teams. Here's a punt block. You're going to see number 24, Christian Mortley, pick up the ball. Stay on his feet. Kicker Alex Sierkowski there, unable to bring him down. Mortley's able to get all the way down to about the 8 or 9 yard line on that play. Get close to the end of the third quarter. Dallas with the ball. Michael Starbuck slips, gets his footing, lets it fly, makes a completion out there to number 23, Luke Delgadio. Finally, though, fourth quarter action, 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. It is Starbuck handing the ball off to Lenny Kelly, who muscles his way in just barely. Berwick didn't think it was a score. Referees were right there. They gave him the score. They're finally on the board. Berwick got their final touchdown of the game after a lot of work. 3:12 left in the game. Score is 17-7. Berwick leading Force. And a handoff to Owen Shoemaker, who did a lot of work on that particular series. Got some big gains. Got the touchdown as well. And that's where this one ends. Berwick wins it 23-7 in the game. Dallas had 53 yards rushing on 18 carries. Berwick had 166 on 41. Dallas had 18 yards passing and an interception on 7 tries. And for Berwick, it was 13 attempts and 24 yards, or 24 completions, 188 yards. But Dallas got 62 yards passing. Lenny Kelly for Dallas went 13 for 42 running. Michael Starbuck was 14 for 9 yards. And David Schuster 1 for 2. Evan Klinger for Berwick, 17 for 64 and a touchdown. Owen Shoemaker, 14 for 60 and a touchdown. Alex Force ran 6 for 39. Passing, it was Starbuck, 62 yards. Alex Force for Berwick, 188. And Luke Delgadio for Dallas pulled in 2 catches for 40 yards. David Schuster got 2 catches for 13 yards. For Berwick, Damon Beckhorn caught 8 for 90 and a touchdown. Jared Watts pulled in 3 for 53 yards. Joe Norris got a catch for 35 yards. Devin Orr caught 1 for 10. Pretty good game, and Dallas comes away with their second win of the season, 23-7 over Dallas. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again after later with more high school sports on MetroCast Channel 10.
This MetroCast Channel 10 Sportscast has been brought to you by the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, a regional philanthropic organization with over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, here for you, for good, forever. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty Incorporated, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Personal, professional, and powerful. Better call Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty Incorporated. First Columbia Bank and Trust. We finance fun. Let First Columbia finance your next venture. With you every step of the way, First Columbia Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. The 162nd Annual Bloomsburg Fair, September 23rd through September 30th, featuring incredible entertainment, great food, and lots of fun. For tickets and information, go to bloomsburgfair.com. And by MetroCast, your high-speed internet, digital TV, and phone provider for the greater Berwick, Pocono, and Schuylkill County areas. Now with internet speeds up to 150 megabytes per second. MetroCast.